Good? Okay, cool. So welcome. Tonight we're going to do something a little different than flow and restore, which is what we did last week. I'm thinking more like a yin flow. So we'll still flow in the beginning of class. And tonight we'll focus on grounding our bodies, really rooting with some standing postures. And then we'll come into some yin postures where we can, be on the floor and feel rooted that way with our shoulders and our back and our legs. And sometimes when you can really partake in a practice where there's an emphasis on grounding, the body not only feels stronger, but it also feels more internally stable. So that could be throughout your muscles, but also within your mind and your thoughts. So we're just going to bring some stability into the body and see where we go from there. Okay, sound good? Good. All right, so let's go ahead and lie down on our mats. You can bend your knees and place your feet about inner hip width apart. Okay, and please feel free to use any props that you have. If you don't have a brick or a block, a book could be a substitute for sure. Just take care of yourself and do what you need to do. Okay, all right, let's get started. So stay there as you're lying down. Really get a sense of feeling the weight of your shoulders dropping deeper into the ground. Feel free to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. In through the nose and out of the nose. Notice any expansion in the body as you're breathing, perhaps a lifting of the chest, a lifting of the belly, and then a sense of grounding with the exhale, feeling the belly drop in toward the spine, feeling the spine drop in deeper to the floor. Take a few more breaths, paying attention to lengthening the exhale. So really following the exhale completely out of your body, not holding on to any of it. Okay, let's go ahead and take the arms overhead. So you're still lying down. You want to take the arms overhead behind you. Reach all the way back. Feel the ribs lift up a bit. And then settle the shoulders down the back. Feel free to bend the elbows a little bit if that helps here. And then go ahead and use your breath, and we'll take the arms up and then hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Feel free to rock side to side. And then come to a slow stop. Rest your left foot on the floor, and then take your right leg up in the air. If you have a strap, feel free to loop it underneath your foot. If you don't have a strap, you can take one hand on the back of your right leg, the other hand on the back of the calf. Feel free to lift your head up, tucking the chin to the chest, and really pulling the navel in toward the spine here. If this hurts your neck, please keep your head down. Lower the head, hug the knee into the chest, and then straighten your left leg to the floor. So elongate that left leg, flex your foot, actually flex both feet, spread the toes, bring some weight into the low back. And let's take the right hand on the outer right thigh. Just let that knee open out to the side a bit and then create a circle, just moving through the hip socket. Going in one direction and then in the other direction. Hug the knee into the chest. We'll take the leg straight up one more time. And then take the leg out to the side. So the leg's gonna open out to the right. You can place your left hand on your left hip just to hold it down. Now your right elbow is going to be there to help support your right leg. Try to keep the feet flexed. This will help keep energy moving through the leg. Be aware of your left hip flying up here. So you want to keep that left hip drawn down. There you go. Inhale, we'll take the right leg up again. Hug the knee one more time. And then take your right foot to the floor. Readjust your hips. And on the next breath, we'll go ahead and hug the left knee into the chest. Give a squeeze. And then feel free to straighten your right leg to the floor, flex the foot. This is nice. It opens up some space in the front right quad area. Into those hip flexors. If this is too much, you can always keep the knee bent for sure. Let's take the left leg up in the air. Go ahead and hold on to the hamstring area, the calf. And as always, if you'd like, peel the spine off, move your chin to your chest, and draw your belly deep. There's a little resistance here. You're pulling your leg, but you're also pressing it away. And if you have your strap, you're just going to loop it underneath your left foot. I'm going to go ahead and lower the head, bring the knee into the chest. And then just take your left hand to the outer left thigh. Rest your left elbow down and create a few hip circles. Watch that right hip doesn't totally fly up on you. And then reverse your direction. All right, we'll hug the knee in just a bit. And then go ahead and take the knee over to the left. You can also extend the leg out to the left. My wall is there, so I'm going to slide over. Now, if you are close to a wall, feel free to place your foot on the wall. That's always a nice support as well. But here you can let your left hand just hold onto the outer thigh. Keeping the leg really strong, your right hand can go on top of that right hip. Just take a few deep breaths here. We're just stretching before we move into any vinyasa, any flow, creating some space so we're able to move with fluidity. All right, let's go ahead and take this left leg up one more time. Hug the knee into the chest, give it a squeeze. And then we'll bring the right knee up, hug that one in as well. You can even roll along your spine. And then with your next exhale, roll all the way up and we'll come into seated. Okay, so we want to find ourselves here in this seated position. Crisscross your ankles. If you feel like this is super uncomfortable, sit up on something, like up on a pillow or a few raised blankets. That will help bring more of a lift to the hips and a descent to the knees. Okay, so here, let's go ahead and just get a sense of sits bones grounding you. All right, feel the tail heavy and then the spine start to lift. We can take the arms out to the side. So just reach to the opposite sides of the wall and then draw the arms up in the air. Slide the shoulders down the back. Take a breath here, interlace your fingers, and then press the palms up, slightly nod the chin to the chest, and again, slide the shoulders down your back. Another breath. Separate your fingers, reach all the way up, and we're going to take a twist. So if you would, take your right hand across the body. I'm going to go sideways so you can see my profile. The right hand goes across the body. The left hand goes behind you. Lift the chest up and then turn toward your left. Notice how the spine is straight. You're using your back hand as a kickstand to help lift the chest. Feel the length in the spine. Keeping your hands down, come back around, hands on the lap, and then inhale, both arms up. We'll take the right hand behind us, press into the ground, lift higher with the left arm, and then twist. Connect the back of your left hand to the outer right thigh and turn the body. Notice your back elbow can definitely bend as long as you're lifting up through it. So feel the broadness to your collarbone. Keeping the twist really pure in the spine, drawing the left hip back a little bit, maybe. All right, keeping the hands down, come back around to center, and then just walk your hands forward. So you're gonna walk all the way forward, get some length in the side body, spider hands, so your fingertips are gonna press into the ground, but your palms are actually lifted. Reach all the way ahead of you. And then walk your hands all the way over to the left side of your mat. Try to press into both sits bones, really anchor through your seat here. And then we'll take the hands all the way in the front and then all the way over to the right. Ooh, feel that stretch? I just did. It's amazing how our sides can be so different. All right, let's come back to center. Walk the hands all the way up to the legs again. Roll the shoulders back once and forward once. Okay, so let's go ahead and shift our weight. Hands are on the mat. We're going to come into all fours. So your wrists are underneath the shoulders. Your knees are going to be underneath the hips tonight. Stabilize the belly. So let's draw the navel up and into the spine. Feel that energy right between the belly button and spine. Use your breath, curl your toes, and we're just going to lift the knees off the ground about 3 inches. So feel the shoulders in the back body. So here my knees come up about 3 inches, maybe 2. Test the water here. Just see what's going on with your body. Are you collapsing anywhere? Feel the steadiness and strength in the back of the body. Lower the knees gently, take a breath. And this time, as the knees come up, downward dog, we're gonna lift up a little higher, press back, keep the knees bent for this first one. And as you bend the knees here, lift the tailbone up and press your thigh bones back. Let your head come between your arms, so your ears are in line with the upper arms. And then as you inhale, start to straighten your legs, allow the heels to descend a little bit, let them drop. You can look to your right, look to your left. Just let any weight roll right off of your shoulders. Another breath. All right, you guys, tap into that core strength, make a shift, plank pose. So we're gonna bring the body over, you're like a plank of wood. Engage the belly here. You can always bring the knees to the ground, okay? Keep the integrity of the body wherever you decide to place the knees. Feel the energy move right through your core without dropping into the belly. Draw it up in toward the spine. Downward dog, press back. Another breath, come forward, plank pose. And press all the way back, downward dog. Okay, from here, let's take the right leg and just lift it up behind you. Oops. Watch out for your lamps. So you're just gonna keep that back foot flexed, lifting the leg up. Let's go back hip height. And then as you exhale, bring the knee in toward your nose, round the back. So it's like you're coming back into plank, but the knee comes up with you. And then take that leg back, extend. Again, knee comes in, and then press back. Feel all your strength. This time, knee comes in, keep it there, and then place your foot right between your thumbs. Help it out along the way, so you can use your hand to press up. Good, so staying here in a lower lunge. Feel the stretch. Press your fingertips into the floor. You're framing your front foot. Spin the heart up. Really hug the muscle around that back leg bone. An option here would be to lower the back knee. You do what's right for you. And then if you'd like to, come on up. Hands to the hips. Roll the shoulders back. You've got about a 90-degree angle with the front leg. And then the arms can float up. Stay here, 3 deep breaths. Now the option is the knee is on the ground. So find where your work is. Another deep breath. And let's lower the left arm toward the floor. You can bring that back knee down. Right arm comes up, open up. If this is too much on your shoulder, take your hand to the low back. Spin the heart up this way and feel the shoulder roll back. Another deep breath. Come back around, frame your front foot, lift the back knee up, downward dog. Slide that right leg back behind you, pedal out the legs, and breathe. There you go. Just realign yourself to the mat, spread the fingers, feel yourself firmly rooted. Tone the belly. Left leg comes up behind you, hip height. Square the hips, flex the left foot, energize the belly. As you exhale, bring the left knee in toward your nose. Round your back there, and then shoot the leg behind you. 2 more times. Come forward, round the back. Straighten the leg behind you. 1 more, round. Straighten all the way back. Okay, now really tap into that core strength. Get right into your center. Knee comes toward the nose, hollow out, and place your foot right between your thumbs. Scooch it up. Again, you can always lower that back knee to the ground, your right knee. Stay here for a few breaths. Feel the energy moving through the legs. Get yourself anchored. Feel how strong you actually are, going deep within. Feel free to stay down or start to bring the hands to the hips. Remember that back knee can always lower and the arms can float up. 3 deep breaths here. Feel some weight in the tail, but feel a lifting through the spine. Slide the shoulders down the back. Feel free to even look up. There you go. With the next exhale, lower that back knee. Right hand comes down to the floor. Your left hand can come behind you to help turn the trunk. And then feel free to take the left arm up if that works for you tonight. You can always keep the hand behind you. That gives a really nice lifting to the chest and to the shoulder. Another deep breath. There you go. Face your front foot, frame it, and then step back. Downward dog. Well done. Bicycle the legs out, just moving the heels toward the floor and away from the floor. There you go. Bend through the knees, you guys. And then we're going to slowly step forward, right foot, left foot. Coming into a forward fold. So as you fold forward, let's hold the elbow creases now. And feel the crown of the head drawing toward the ground. If this causes any kind of discomfort, if you're feeling any kind of pinching or pain, especially in the low back or down the legs, you can always lift up to a half fold. See if that makes a difference. Feel free to rock side to side. And then come to a slow stop. And just let your arms dangle like a rag doll. So as the arms dangle, think of a floppy doll, like a Raggedy Ann doll. And there's just no weight in the shoulders anymore. Take a deep inhale. And go ahead and let your exhale out with a sigh. Let's bring the hands to the shins and lengthen the spine. Take that half lift and then fold on the exhale, let it go. 2 more, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. 1 more time, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. All right, soften through the knees a bit, bring your hands to your hips and inhale, come all the way up, root to rise. Lift all the way up, connect the palms and draw the thumbs to the heart, bow in, stay here, 3 deep breaths. So you're just getting acclimated to standing up. Feel your feet rooted into the floor. Take another deep breath. And then go ahead and release the hands to the ground, to the side of your hips. So the fingers are going to stretch to the floor. All right, from here, you guys, let's go ahead and look at your feet. So your feet are going to be parallel. Spread the toes wide and place them on the ground. Okay, inhale, take the arms all the way up, find the stretch. And as you exhale, draw the thumbs right into your heart. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift all the way up, stretch. And the thumbs to the heart. 1 more time, feel the space you're moving through. And then bring your thumbs right to the heart. If you're not at the top of the mat, you want to make your way there. Inhale, take the arms all the way up, connect the palms, and then draw the thumbs to the nape of the neck. Lift your elbows up, walk your thumbs further down your spine. Release the hands, lift the arms up, chair pose, sit back, slide the shoulders back a bit, and then fold. Exhale, completely release. Inhale, halfway lifting. Exhale, fold. Step back, plank pose. Stay here, 3 deep breaths. You can always lower the knees. Keep breathing. Downward dog, press all the way back, up and back. Plank. And downward dog, press up and back. Find yourself in plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga, yogi push-up. So you're just gonna lower down and hover, 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 and then baby cobra, lift the heart up. And downward dog, press up and back, 3 deep breaths. 3 deep breaths. I want you to ride your breath as if you were riding a wave, okay? So feel the fluidity of the breath tonight. All right, come forward, plank pose. I'm going to turn this into a side plank, moving the right hand underneath the face. You can always use your forearm as well. Okay, now let's go ahead and take the right knee to the ground, turn the toes out like a kickstand. You're going to angle your body, facing your left side, and then just taking that left arm up. Feel free to take the left leg up. Breathe in, set the shoulders into the back. Take a breath. Come back around, find your plank. Knees are down or lifted. Downward dog, press back. Engage the belly, come forward, plank. Side plank, left hand under the face, anchor it. You can come to forearm if you'd like. Left knee to the ground, turn your toes out, kickstand, and we'll take that right arm up. Feel free to take the right leg up. Think of this as pulling the bottom ribs up and really lifting with your heart. Come back around, finding your plank. Downward dog. Shifting your weight forward to plank and moving through your vinyasa, lower down. Elbows hug the ribs, hover. Inhale, open, cobra, and downward dog. Up and back. 3 deep breaths. Notice the whisper of your breath here, the vibration and the sound. Soften your knees, look between your thumbs, and we're going to step forward and then come into a seat. Sit down, and then boat pose. Lift the leg up. So both the right and the left leg can lift. Arms can come out to the side. Feel free to keep your toes on the ground if you prefer. If you're dropping into the low back, reset yourself. Engage belly, lift through chest, and find where your work is. We can move a little bit with this as well. You're going to take the back down toward the mat about 10 degrees, and then extend the legs forward. Hover, and then come right back up again. Lay down, and come back up. So when you come back up, you can even hold on to the back of your thighs if that helps. Use the breath to keep you fluid. It's okay to quiver. One more time. Good, and let's hold this, your version. Hold it, 3 to 4 deep breaths. Feel the broadening through the collarbone, the lifting of the belly all the way up. Strength through the back. One more breath. And then crisscross your ankles, fold forward. With a sigh, let it go. Continue to walk your hands to the mat. Uncross your ankles. Maybe shift your knees back a bit. Downward dog. Lift up and press back. Let's bicycle those legs. We're going to really use the heat in the belly right now to help us out. Soften those knees. Lengthen the legs. Let the heels descend. Plank. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale, open. Exhale, downward dog. Up and back. Right leg up behind you, lift it. Exhale, swoop your foot right between your thumbs. Anchor it there, 1, 2, or 3 steps. Let's spin on the back foot, warrior two, all the way up. So our front knee is going to bend 90 degrees or less. Go ahead and press through the back foot, make sure it's turned in. Feel strength throughout the ankle. So you're gonna press into the outer edge of the heel. Arms are open, gaze is soft, settle the shoulders down. One more breath. Reverse your warrior, reach up with the right hand. You can take your left hand to the thigh or wrap it around the right hip. Finding the stretch under the ribs. Let's keep the front knee bent. High side angle, root your arm right into the leg bone. Keep spinning the chest up. And then feel free to take the left arm up and over your ear. Create a little bit of traction under your feet. It's as if you're dragging the feet together, but you're really not moving them. Another breath. Inhale, warrior two. And then we'll straighten the front leg. Bring the hands to the hips. And if you feel like your feet are really super far apart, move them back in toward one another. We're moving into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Think wingspan, wrist to wrist, ankle to ankle. We'll extend with the right arm, bring the hand down to the shin or the floor. And then we'll take that left arm up. As always, if your left shoulder feels really tight here, you can bring your left hand behind you. Stay with the breath. If your right hand makes it down to the floor, welcome that. If that causes any irritation, move it back up onto the leg. Another breath. Ground through the feet, inhale, come all the way up. Well done. Bring the hands to the hips. And then you're going to turn so your toes are facing the left side of your mat. So we're going to come into a straddle. All right, so you're going to see the back of me if you're looking. So the toes are spread. Feel the weight in the tailbone. Bring the hands to the hips. Roll the shoulders back and then lean forward. But as you move forward, lean forward with the heart. So it's as if I had a string in the center of my chest, just drawing straight in front of me. I'm going to make my way all the way down. The hands can land on your bricks or the floor. Even allow the elbows to bend. Drop in. Feel grounded under both feet. So we're really pressing into the big toe mound and the little toe mound, the inner and the outer heels. And finding that traction under the feet. Strength throughout the ankles. Okay, then inhale, lengthen through the spine. Look ahead of you and walk your hands forward. So it would be as if you were coming into an upper body downward dog, right? But we're in a straddle. So you're gonna press into the hands and then press back through the thighs. Your legs are still in a straddle. Just getting some length along the side of the body, space throughout the ribs. Big deep breath, big exhale. We'll walk the hands toward the legs. All right. And then keeping your left hand on the ground. And you can look at me if you need a visual. I've turned myself around. Putting your left hand on the ground, you would take your right hand underneath and reach to the outer left shin. Very similar to threading the needle if you were lying down, but you're reaching for your leg. There you go. Release, bring both hands so that they are next to one another. Reset yourself. And then we can take the left arm, your left arm is gonna go under your right arm, and you're gonna reach toward your right outer shin, outer lower leg, and breathe. Keeping the hips in alignment. It's a bit of a twist, so notice how your breath may be getting constricted. If it does, you can always back out of the twist, take the breath, and exhale. Drop into it again. All right, you're gonna release, bring both hands parallel, and then we're gonna walk them so that your wrists are gonna be underneath your shoulders here. Reset your feet if they've gotten slippery. And then we can move the hands to the hips. Come up halfway, guys, just halfway. And then continue to make your way all the way up. Roll the shoulders back. There you go. A little bit of a back bend. Use your thumbs to press into the bony parts of your pelvis. Lift up. And then straighten. Let's go ahead and toe heel the feet in. And find yourself standing. And just take a moment, check in. Just notice what parts of your legs may feel ultra open and what parts may feel kind of tight. Same for the rest of your body. So we're just checking in. All right, come to the top of your mat if you are not there. And let's go ahead and inhale, big reach up. Exhale, big release, let it go. Inhale, lengthen out. And an exhale to fold you and step back, plank. Lower down, chaturanga, elbows hug those ribs, hover, hover. Inhale, lift, cobra. Feel the back muscles. Exhale, release, downward dog. All the way up and back. Okay, guys, left leg is gonna lift up behind you, nice and high. Bring a heaviness into that right heel. Engage the belly, feel it tone, and then swoop your foot, your left foot, right between your thumbs. You're gonna spin on that back foot, anchor yourself. Now feel a heaviness in the base of the pelvis, and pull up. Pull up from the base, up through your spine. Inhale, come all the way up with the arms, warrior two. So just get acclimated here. 90 degrees with the front leg, or less, or even a little more, whatever your body is calling for. Turn that back foot in, feel the strength in the ankle, a lot of support, arms super long, soften the shoulders. Another breath. And reverse. Bringing that left arm up, feel free to keep the right hand on the leg, or you can wrap your hand around the outer left hip. Another breath. We'll keep the front knee bent, high side angle, root yourself. This is a really nice way to connect. Connect the arm bone into the leg bone, resistance, spin the trunk up, find that space, and then feel free to take the right arm up and over, elongate. Keep pressing into that back foot, anchor it down, get the sensation all the way from the outer heel, all the way up the leg, into the side body. Deep breath. And inhale all the way back up. Warrior two, settle in. Straighten the front leg. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Extend through the left arm. Bring the left hand down. Find a place, and then you can take the right arm up. The shoulder feels really tight today. You can always bring the hand behind you. Two more breaths. Anchor through the feet, ground yourself, tone the belly, draw the navel in, inhale, come up, warrior two, settle back into the knee, drop the pelvis, and then inhale, arms up, connect, thumbs to the heart, straddle, toes face forward. Inhale, arms come back, interlace your fingers, press the knuckles down, micro bend the elbows, and fold. Let it go. Let it all go. If your shoulders are really tight here, you don't have to interlace your fingers. You can just stretch the arms back. You can hold a strap. You can bring your hands to your hips if you'd like. This is your practice. Do what you need to do. 4 deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more deep breath. And inhale halfway, all the way. Release the fingers, draw the arms all the way up, connect the palms and the thumbs right to the heart. All right, we'll move the hands to the hips, toe heel those feet in. You don't have to be at the top of the mat. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, fold completely. Bring the hands to your calves. So we're going to press the hands into the back of the lower legs and then allow the lower leg to press into your hands. Feel the tailbone lifting up here a bit. Thigh bones pressing back. If you're uncomfortable here, if the knees hurt or you're feeling too much pull, bend the knees a little bit. See if that makes a difference. We'll bring the hands to the floor, bend the knees, and then just go ahead and take your hands now off of the floor with the knees bent and bring them behind you. Press the knuckles. You can interlace the fingers, press the knuckles away, and stay here. Release the fingers, fold, straight legs. And just shake the head out, yes, no. All right, come up halfway, lengthen through your spine. And then fold. We'll take the left leg behind the right and just come back down into seated. So you're just gonna come down crisscrossed. Find the weight through your sits bones. And how about, you'll have a choice here. So depending on how your hips are feeling, maybe this is enough for a hip opener for you. Like you're feeling, okay, I feel space, this is working. If you want a little bit more, you can come into Baddha Konasana with the soles of the feet together. This just changes the alignment a little bit. Also brings some sensation, maybe deeper into the groin. So you pick, either crisscrossed or soles of the feet together. And from here, we'll take a fold, okay? So use your breath And when the exhale arrives, allow the body to find its drape. So you're leading forward with the heart. You can keep your hands around your feet or bring them out to the side. If you want support here, you can always bring a pillow on your feet and just rest your elbows on the pillow. And then rest your head in your hands. So as you're sitting here on the ground, allow the earth to really absorb any energy that needs to release from your body. Making space for anything that's new, a new energy, a new way of seeing something, a change in your vision. Inhale, come on up. And now we'll go ahead and actually turn so your legs are on your mat. And let's go ahead and straighten both legs. If you have a strap, you can loop it underneath both feet and use it. If you choose not to use a strap here, go ahead and take the arms up and then lean forward. But let's goalpost the arms here for a second. So bend the elbows, press the arms back and feel the shoulders slide down and back. Another deep breath. And then inhale, take the arms up, straighten the spine, and fold. Find your drape. You don't have to worry about keeping the spine super straight here. Find where you can fold and be still. You have the option of bending the knees and even bringing your hands behind your legs and resting your forehead toward your knees. Just noticing what kind of fold feels better for you right now. We're going to stay here for about 3-5 deep breaths. Again, if you have a pillow, you can always place a pillow on your thighs in order to support your arms or even your head. And with the next breath, go ahead and lift your body up, your trunk up. And then just take the left foot and we're going to place it into the inside of the right thigh. You're going to turn and face the right leg. You can take the right hand behind you, left arm up, and we're going to reach toward the pinky toe. If the hand doesn't get to the foot, that's okay, totally okay. Wherever your hand lands, let it rest and find your fold. You can even hold on to the leg bone. Use your back hand to assist you. Allow your body to shift forward just a little bit. Your heart moves toward your leg. And then you can take that back arm and cross the front arm. Deepen the fold perhaps. Let's flex the front foot, spread the toes, keep the energy moving. Breathe in deep. Exhale completely. Breathe in deep. Exhale completely. One more breath. Inhale, come all the way up. Switch sides, left leg straight, right knee bent. Slide your right foot into the inner left thigh. We can take the right arm up Left hand behind you. Here's where you're really going to get some nice space along that right side. And reach. Reaching toward the pinky toe. Feel free to take that back arm, cross the front arm, find your drape. Feeling this movement coming from the hips. So as you fold forward, feel as if you're really lengthening. You're drawing the center chest toward the knee. You're drawing the chin toward the shin, getting long in the back body. Deep breath in. Long exhale. One more deep breath in. Follow the exhale completely out. And inhale, come all the way up. All right, let's take the legs long. Scooch forward a little bit and then make your way all the way back to your spine. So you're gonna lie down, hug the knees into the chest. Go ahead and rock side to side. And then if you'd like, feel free to come into happy baby. You can hold on to your big toes with your peace fingers. Draw the knees out to the side and start to feel the weight of your belly dropping in toward the spine. So you may, as you're rocking, you may want to roll all the way to one side and then all the way to the other side. Just getting a sense of your balance. Feel the weight of your spine. And we can slowly start to bring the knees together. Give a squeeze. We'll take the left foot to the floor. And then just take your right ankle onto the left thigh. Figure 4 stretch. You're going to draw your right knee away from your shoulder. If you want more sensation here, a little bit more intensity, feel free to take your left foot off the floor and then just weave your fingers behind the left thigh. You're going to press your leg into your hands and the hand into the legs, flexing both of your feet. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Really letting go of anything that can be released right now. Making space for all the gifts that you want to bring in. We'll take the left foot to the floor, right foot to the floor, and then just gently bring your left ankle onto the top of the right thigh. You're going to work your left knee away from the left shoulder. And if you want more sensation again, you can just take that right foot off the ground and interlace your fingers behind the thigh. And notice where there may be a little bit of a stretch, a little bit of a release. And close your eyes, just feeling the front body start to drop a little deeper into the back body. We'll take the right foot down and the left foot. Go ahead and just windshield wipe the legs so the feet can be a bit apart and you're just swishing the knees back and forth, side to side. Right, now we'll bring the knees back up to top and then start to walk your legs to the floor. We're going to find ourselves in our Shavasana. It's a time for the body to absorb the practice. We're lying on the ground. If you have any props you'd like to use, pillows under the knees, a blanket over your body, go right ahead and use what you have. You don't need a thing though. You can turn the palms so they face up, the ankles and the toes roll out to the side. Soften the space in the very center of your forehead, relaxing the eyebrows, the eyes, relaxing the skin on your face, bringing space between the upper and the bottom rows of teeth. Relaxing through the neck and the shoulders, releasing any heaviness in the arms, feeling the wrists and the fingers settle. Noticing the rise and fall of the chest and the belly. And noticing how the muscles can soften away from your leg bones. Breathing in, allowing the breath to fill up every single space, reaching every single cell, bringing in an energy to keep you energized, as well as a state of calm to help keep you centered, bringing balance. Feel the weight of the exhale dropping you a little closer to your center. Feel free to stay here as long as you would like. If you choose to end your practice right now, start to bring a little bit of movement into the fingers and the toes. Feel the floor beneath you as you are fully supported. Feel your strength inside and out. Just gently rolling over onto the right side. You can support yourself. You can support your head with your right arm. And bend your knees. If there's anything else that needs to be let go of, now's the time. Go ahead and press our hand and our arm into the ground and ease the body up into a seated position. Bring the hands together, the thumbs to the heart. Bow the chin to the chest. Take a moment. Honoring your bodies for all they do. What a gift. Namaste, everyone. Be well, and thank you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Be well, sleep well, and I hope to see you next week. That would be great. Just keep your eyes open on Coppermine's Facebook page, and I'm sure Allison will be posting a lot of classes that are coming up next week. I'm glad they're there for you. I'm glad they're there for all of us. Take care, everyone. Have a good week and enjoy your weekend. Thank you.